So this is going to be just like a sit-down video. If my voice goes in and out, I'm so sorry. Allergies are kicking my butt this month, and I don't know why, because I normally don't have to deal with allergies. So I'm going to be doing some favorite R.L.Stine books. As you know, if you've been a long-term subscriber here, you know that R.L.Stine is my favorite author. If you're a new subscriber here, hi, hello, welcome. My name's Jamie, and this is Busy Bookworm Mama, and R.L.Stine's my favorite author. So you'll be seeing a lot of him in this channel. So these are in no particular order. These are just ones that I've just pulled off of my shelves. I do own a lot more Stine books. They're just in storage in California right now, and I'm hoping to get them this year, because I really need the rest of my damn books. So much. Okay, so we've got a Fear Street here. This is the Thrill Club. This is one of the older covers, the smaller paperback. I love these. This book was so good. So this book is a bunch of these kids. They formed a club and they like do pranks on each other, and then one thing leads to another, and a couple of them might end up dead. They might not. But I really enjoyed this one. I read this one super fast. I actually would love to reread this one. I might just read a whole bunch of Stine in October and forego anything that I really wanted to read. We'll see what happens. But Thrill Club, love this cover. It's so good. Look at it. Alright, the next one I'm going to talk about is one of his newer ones, which is Goosebumps House of Shivers. This is the first one, scariest book ever. I actually have enjoyed every single one I have read so far in this whole series so far. I just only currently own the first one, which sucks. But, so this is like a story within a story within a story within a story type of book, which is different for Stine in my opinion, but so good. So this is just basically about twins, Betty and Billy. They're visiting their uncle Weldon, and he lives in a secluded house in the forest, and they think like it's super boring, but then they run into this weird ass crazy looking bat thing, and one thing leads to another. You should know because it's a Stine. Alright, so this one is Goosebumps Slappy World Fright Night. So this is about a kid named Crosby. And he's like going to this new school, and then he finds out that there are monsters in the basement, and one thing leads to another, and if you steal the other school's monster and bring it to your school's monster isn't gonna get you. I'm not gonna say too much because I don't want to spoil any of these, especially like Slappy's World and House of Shivers. They're the newest installments, and I don't want to ruin them for anyone. Also, going into a Stine book not knowing anything is the best and peak thing to do in any of his books, in my opinion. Alright, the next one I wanted to talk about is another Fear Street, True Evil. So this has all three cheerleader books in it. So it includes the first evil, second evil, and third evil. I flew through this chunker like it was nothing. Come here. Hear me when I say, I do not like cheerleaders. I hated them in high school. They were always preppy, do no good. It's part of my French, but they were always. I'm going to say something that rhymes with snitches, with the B word, if you know what I mean. If you catch my drift, you know what I mean. Anyways, I do not like cheerleaders. I don't know what it is. But I ate these up. These are so good. So this is about Corky and Bobby Corcoran. They moved to Fear Street. They're champions in cheerleading world. I don't know what the hell you call that because, like I said, I don't fucking like cheerleaders. But they end up making on the squad. Something happens to one of them, and you're following the events in all three books, and you get to see if one of them succeeds and one of them doesn't succeed. It's so good. I don't know. This is a perfect, creepy, spooky book set in high school. I love Fear Street books. They're just the peak Stine. But look at this chunker. It didn't take me very long to read this. But also, the spacing, the margins, they're huge. But I love these bind-ups that they had done for Stine. They're so good. But I do own the first Evil in like a mass market paperback, the original one. I would love to get the other two for my collection. But yes, I highly recommend picking these up. Even if you're not into cheerleaders or not into a lot of high schooler books, Fear Street, it's where it's at. I'm telling you, it's where it's at. Pick it up. Okay, the next book I'm going to be talking about is Return at Fear Street. Drop Dead Gorgeous. I actually have 3 Return of Fear Streets in this style, in this bind up. I have The Wrong Girl and I know it's a murder. It's something about a murder, a girl. Anyways, Drop Dead Gorgeous. So good. So, of course, it's about a new girl coming to Fear Street, making her way, finding out that there's more than meets the eye on Fear Street and in this town of Shady Hollow. I'm telling you, these books are so good. Sorry. But the main girl in this one is called Morgan Marks. She's popular, she's smart, she's beautiful, and everyone wants to be her. It's so good, I'm telling you. So, like, the plot twist in here. You wouldn't think that this would be happening to high schoolers. And by the way, in any of his books, the parents are fracking horrible. Fracking horrible parents. So, they'll frustrate the living flap out of you. But what these teens go through, you're going to be like, what in the world is happening? But I can't take my eyeballs off of the page. I'm telling you, they're really good. The next one is some of his newer ones too, which are Stine Tinglers. I don't own the 3rd one, and the 4th one just came out. So this is just like Stine had, I presume, had written these stories like a long time ago. Like he does like a little blurb of like, oh, I had a dream about, say, spider salad, and then he makes a story out of it. He gives you a little blip of what inspired the story and what came about, and then you get the story. These are so good and addicting. I mean, all of his books are super addicting to me, but if you're wanting some like short stories from Stine, I would highly recommend picking up these books. The audiobooks are super great too. So pair with the audiobook or just read the audiobook. But these are very, very good. I can't say if there's a specific main character because, like I said, a bunch of short stories from R.L.Stine. Really, really good. I thoroughly enjoyed these. The next book I'm going to be talking about is Halloween Night 2. I have read 1, don't own it, and I wish I did. I love this cover. This is peak Halloween. Spooky season. So this is about Brenda. She can't forget what happened last Halloween. When someone tried to kill her, and that someone was her best friend, and for the reason petty, stupid, high school crap. But I'm telling you, these books, they're so good. They're so good, you guys. I'm telling you. You just need to pick them up. If you don't take my, word for it, like I'm saying, definitely pick up some Stine. They're fast reads. His reading is just super, his writing is super fast. And yes, he does leave you off on cliffhangers. Stine loves himself a cliffhanger. But they are so good, I'm telling you. You would love them. The next book I actually own, but it's in California. But I'm going to be talking about Fear Street Super Thriller Nightmares, The Dead Boyfriend, and Give Me a KILL. And if you could deduce from that, another cheerleading story. I don't know what it is with Stine and cheerleaders, but he makes some creepy ass cheerleaders. Like, these cheerleader books would be very good movies, in my opinion. And I don't know why they haven't done them. Maybe they will, since they have made a resurgence and they have done at least 4 Fear Street movies now, which are all really good in my opinion. Yes, they have their quirks. Yes, there's stuff wrong with them. But I'm so glad I could say I have watched and enjoyed some Fear Street media content, movie-wise. But here's the cover. Hopefully you could see it. Let me turn down my brightness. That might help. There you go. Fear Street, Super Chillers. Very good. The Dead Boyfriend, kind of self-explanatory. This girl is dating this guy, and she comes up with the theory that he might be dead, or he might not be dead, or he might be killing her. And then Give Me a KILL is about this cheerleading team in Shady Hollow. They go on this competition, and they go out of school competition. Like, they're in these cheerleading league, and people or one person in particular is picking off cheerleaders one by one, and you don't know if it's an actual cheerleader on the team or if it's another student. And Shady Hollow, you just don't know. Or Shady Side. I don't know why I'm saying Shady Hollow. Shady Side is the name of their school and town. Yes. And the last book I'm going to talk about is my all-time #1 favorite Goosebumps book ever. And if you know I really don't have to say what it is, but I'm going to say it anyways. Werewolf at Beaver Swamp. I love this book. This is actually my fourth copy? Fourth? Fifth? Third? I don't know. I have multiple copies of this one book of Stine's. I have like a gray cover with drippy little goosebumps on the side with the old print of the wolf in the center. I have the original 90s cover, which is my all-time favorite. And I have this cover. I think I have this cover twice, but I'm not sure. And I have one more other cover of A Werewolf at Fever Swamp. Just so good. It's about a kid named Grady who moves into the swamplands with his parents because his parents are scientists and they do stuff with some deer. One thing leads to another. He ends up going to a swamp with this kid in town, and they meet this hermit, and the kid convinces Grady that the hermit is a werewolf. A dog comes up to Grady, and his parents let him keep it after they go searching in town and making sure that no one owns the dog. And one thing leads to another, and something happens to Grady. And that's all I'm going to say. I know this one's from the 90s, but if you've never picked them up, I really don't want to ruin them for you. But they're very fun. They're very enjoyable. I love them so much. But this was just like a couple of my favorite Steins that I have here with me. And just doing this video alone, I really just want to reread some R.L.Stine. And I literally might just bump some of my TBR away and start picking up some of these, because I just love rereading books, and like it's been a while since I've read the majority of these. So like I don't care if I know who did it or who didn't do it. They're still really good in my opinion. Like perfect good fall cozy reads, but like technically you could read Stine any time of the year. But he's really like it really gets you in the mood around like September, October, November season. He does have some Christmas books too if you're interested in doing it around that season. But like I said, you can read him any time of the year. It just feels more peak and atmospheric during these times of the year. He does have an adult book called Red Rain, and I really want to read that one as well. I might get it from my library and listen to it during October. I might just redo my Steintober like I did like a few years ago. Because that was pretty fun to me, just reading a bunch of Stine all of October. And no, I don't get tired of it. I really love his writing. So, let me know if you've read any of these books, what you've thought of them, what's your favorite R.L.Stine book, or do you have a couple of favorite R.L.Stine books? Have you never read from him? If you would like to read from him and you just pick up one of these books and you enjoy them, let me know down in the comments. Like, I would really like to know what y'all think. And yeah, I'm gonna sign off here. This has probably been a super long video, but who cares? It's a sit down chat video. That's all I gotta say. Read some Stine, read more books. It is an adventure. So go on an adventure. If it's a thrilling adventure with a middle grade kid or some high school kids getting up to some hijinkery and possibly killings, just pick up a book for a silly, goofy time. You won't be disappointed. Okay, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.